Hi everybody, today we're going to be taking a look at the game The Butterfly Garden. Now in this game you're going to be collecting butterflies from a field and you're going to be turning them into different locations to try to score points. So let's take a look at it. Okay everybody, here we go. The object of this game is you're going to be trying to collect these cards over here and score points. And there's also some bonus ways that you'll be able to score points as well, and I will go over all that, how that works. Right over here are the delivery cards, and what you're going to be doing is you're going to be delivering butterflies to these different areas over here. Now there's 4 different areas, and I'll just go by color: green, red, purple, and lavender. And if you're depending on how many of these different locations you're able to collect, you'll score more points. Right over here is the field. There's numbers here on the cards, and there's also butterflies over here on these cards. And throughout the game, you're going to be collecting these butterflies to place in the jar. And then after you've done that, you're going to be trying to put the butterflies in these different fields and then collect these cards. And then right over here, this is your jar. And on the back of this card, it tells you the different phases and also some of the special actions. Now, I've got this set up for a 2-player game. And in the very beginning, everybody is going to be receiving 3 cards. Now, you're going to basically set this up as how many players are +1. And in a regular game, this card is not going to be used, but in a 2-player game, it will be used. But you're going to place this card to replenish later. Some of these cards will actually have a special ability on them, symbol like this. And I'll go ahead and share with you what those special abilities are. On the card, if the card happens to have this one, you'll draw a card, add it to your hand, and return it to the deck bottom. This one will allow you to put a card from your hand into the jar, and then you'll basically do a swap. This one will move another player's net to a different card, which I'll talk about. And then this one will put a delivery card on the deck bottom and replace. So in the very beginning, everybody's going to go ahead and look at their cards, and they're going to go ahead and play a card. And you're going to go ahead and pick one of these cards and play it from your hand. And everyone will go ahead and do that. Let's just say I pick this card, and my opponent picks this card. And you'll go ahead and turn them up. Now, whoever has the lowest card is going to go ahead and be able to start the game and pick their butterfly. Now, everybody is going to be receiving a net over here, and this is how they're going to be able to choose which butterflies that they want. So let's just say I decide I'm going to go ahead and pick this one over here. And let's say my opponent picks this one over here. Now, if I happen to have any special abilities, I'm going to go ahead and do the special abilities. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this butterfly, and then I'm going to place it into my hand like this, put my net back, and then the card that I had played in the beginning, I'm going to go ahead and place over here like so into my jar, sideways like that. But the next phase is what I would do is I would go ahead and try to capture one of these cards. Now right now I have a purple butterfly. This has a purple butterfly, but I'm going to need 3 more butterflies in order to get this card. Now there's black butterflies on here, and this basically represents any butterfly you can basically put in there. And there's also a wild butterfly symbol on this, which again is going to represent any butterfly. So let's just say later on in my turn as we're playing the game, I happen to have something like this. Is I can go ahead and take these cards out and trade them for one of these cards. So let's just say I decided to trade these. I would go ahead and take this card and put it into my pile, and this is going to give me 7 points. Now after you've gone ahead and done this part, you're going to go ahead and clear out these cards, and you're going to go ahead and replenish the middle of the table with these. And then you're also going to go ahead and replenish this in case you need to. So you'll put that there and then flip this over, and then you'll just continue on. So basically that's the way the game works. Now the game's going to end when there's not enough butterfly cards or delivery cards to do a refill, and then you're going to go ahead and determine your score. So there's bonus ways you can score in this game is of the delivery cards, which you have here. You'll score the points for that, which is in this case would be 7 points. You'll get a variety bonus, and this basically means depending on how many different areas that you got, say you had a green and then a purple and then a red, you're going to score that many points for it. So if I had 3 different areas in this case, I would score 3 points. Also for the jar, you'll score a victory point for each different butterfly in your jar. So if I happen to have this left over, then that would score me 1 point. And then in my hand, I will score 2 victory points if I happen to have the most or tie for the most butterflies in my hand. So essentially what that means is if I happen to have this in my hand, this would be 5 butterflies. And if my opponent had 4 butterflies, I would go ahead and collect this bonus. So then after that, you'll go ahead and add up all of your points, and whoever has the most amount of points is going to win the game. And that, folks, is the Butterfly Garden. So my final thoughts on the Butterfly Garden. Well, in a way, this game reminds me a lot of Solitaire. for some reason. A few phases that you're going to be doing each turn, and you're going to basically be trying to get butterflies and trying to turn them in for the different location cards. Now, there are some rules that I have seen in this game that are fairly modern. The ones where you are able to score endgame points is in here, and then you have special abilities as well. And I think this game falls on the simpler side of that. It doesn't really take a lot of work to score different location cards because there's a lot of different ones out there. So a lot of what you're going to be doing is you're going to be rearranging your cards, trying to figure out which ones you want to put in the jar, trying to figure out which ones you want to try to put into the location to get it. So I think this game is probably a simpler version of some games that have some rules like this. As far as the theme goes, the artwork is really good. I think the cards are nice quality, and it's a cool little theme. My wife loves butterflies, so this is a game that she likes a lot. There is some repetition in this game, though, so that's just something to keep in mind if you decide to get this game. But all in all, it's an easy game to learn. It's got some nice components. It's got some mechanisms in there that are fairly modern, but not too difficult to achieve either. So anyway, guys, if you like butterflies, maybe check it out. All right, guys, that's my review of the Butterfly Garden. We'll see you later. Keep on gaming.